All right, Shalom. It's the brother Kashab coming back at you with another lesson. Now, before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations be to the hopefully elect, as well as those who believe in the gospel. And may you endure to the end, Lord willing. All right, and I just wanted to get into a quick lesson. All right, on this whole DOD directive thing, right? And which is Directive 5240, all right? And I just wanted to go into some information, all right? And Lord willing, to be edifying, man, because, as we can see, we're on the brink of civil war, all right, with this nation rising against nation, all right, end time prophecy, okay? But what these devils like to do, all right, is go in through the what it says in Wisdom of Solomon, right? Fifth chapter. It's Wisdom of Solomon 2. I should have had pulled some precepts up, but just rolling through the spirit, right? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth." All right. And this is where their strength lies. All right. In the court systems. All right. In the judicial system. All right. In the court of law. All right. This is what they ultimately use to do what? It says in verse 10, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow. No reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age." All right. Which is, ultimately used to keep you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans down. All right. But at the end of the day, these things are going to be tools that they use to ultimately do what? Bring forth the NWO, man. All right. Now, I'm going to let this play.
Pushed through.
Do it.
Did you see this thing that the Biden administration pushed through? This new martial law thing?
Yeah.
This is very disturbing. Jamie, please Google this so we can find out what the actual law states. But it's DOD Directive 5240.01, giving the Pentagon power for the first time in history to use lethal force to kill Americans on U.S. soil who protest government policies.
What are they expecting?
5250.01, sounds right?
Right. He said, what are they expecting, man? All right. Because they know, all right, what's that motto goes, order out of chaos. All right. Novus Ordo Seclorum. Okay. You look up those, I believe it's Latin. All right. For NWO. All right. A new world or DER. All right. Because they just been playing all type of games with my pages. With my page. I might have to create another one. But, order ab KO, order out of chaos. All right. They want to bring forth their NW0, okay, through what? Through chaos, all right, to bring order, you see? But you go into this whole DOD 5240.01 directive, all right, which I got it queued up, Salakia, right here, all right, which I was reading through it. All right, now this was made on September 27, 2024, all right, but at the end of the day, this is what they like to do. All right. They pass these different laws. All right. And nobody knows anything about this. All right. Until the information actually comes out. You see, all kind of laws and things are being passed on a daily that we don't even know about. Right. And not just in 2024 alone, but you have things, laws, so-called laws that have been set up. All right. That have been issued forth years ago. All right. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And people have actually completely forgot about them, all right? But these things were set up, all right? That's how Edom works. So-called white man, the rulers of this world, all right? Esau, Edom, that's how they work, man, all right? Their strength is in what? Their law of justice. So they be justified when they bring forward what? Their NWO, their order out of chaos, man. All right, now when you go into the levels of authority, all right, the third part in the 3.3, it says levels of authority. All right, we're gonna jump down to C. Okay, see if I can highlight it. All right, yeah, you can get that as well. All right, No, it says Salakia. Right now, it says assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethality. Lethality. All right, I don't kind of get tongue-tied on the word, whatever. All right, but you know what lethal, that goes into using lethal, right? It's going to furthermore explain. It says, or any situation in which it is reasonably foreseeable that providing the requested assistance may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force. All right. Now, this is from the DOD. All right. The Department of Defense. All right. It's not for your average, everyday Joe Blow cop, man. All right. It's actually for when they use militia. All right. Why would they have to write a bill? Okay, when police can do this on the daily, man. But it says, what was I? Yeah, may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. It also includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials. All right, who's going to be the ones that's supporting civilian law officials, man? All right, military. You see, when that don't work, they're going to do what? Bring in the military, man. All right, to do what? Help. You see. It says it also includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. Such use of force must be in accordance with DODD 5210.56, potentially as further restricted based on the specifics of the requested support. All right. And you have to be able to understand, myself personally, when I was in the world, I went to school for criminal justice, right? So you have to understand in layman's terms what these things actually mean, all right, and how to read. I learned how to read bills, all right, and different things like that, right? So it says, when you actually debunk these things, all right, it says, it also includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated, meaning, them knowing that something is going to happen, right? In which they say, it could be a protest or whatever, all right? It can be just chaos, all right? Well, basically, this bill can be used for whenever there's a situation that law enforcement can't control, right? So when they bring in the military, all right, that they can use excessive force, they can use lethal force. You see, they have the permission to kill people, man. All right. This is what you got to understand, man. All right. This is the times that we're in, and these devils have passed this bill, and hey, man, nobody knows anything about it. All right. Now, we already know that they've been bringing, we got all types of, if you've been under a rock, all right, that America has been invaded by all types of military-aged men, okay, from foreign countries, man. All right, Russians, Chinese, okay, Africans, all right, which are Hamites, okay, you got even Northern Kingdom, Venezuelan gangs, man, all right. America has been ultimately invaded by all of these different nations, okay? All of these rival or enemies, man. You see? So it's going to come to a point to where, it's going to be a civil unrest, all right, and war in the streets, okay? And what do you think they're going to do when the so-called police, okay, the average everyday Joe Blow cop, can't control the situation? They're going to do what? Bring guards in, man. Bring in military, you see? And ultimately they have these private militias, all right, which is Blackwater, okay? Different private militias like that, and they ultimately going to use those too, man. Because like that, like we going to time and time again down here, all right, and You know, I lived down here for Katrina when I was a little boy. You know, I remember hearing, I believe I was like 9 or 10 years old, which I remember everything clearly, all right? I remember hearing gunshots, you know, throughout the day, at night, all right? And it got to a point to, you know, it felt like it was getting closer and closer, you know, every night, you know, to where we were camped out at, all right? To the point to which, you know, my pops was like, yeah, we got to get up out of here because, you know, they got all kind of madness going on, right? So, you know, it's coming to a time like that again, you see? And what's come to find out later on that they were actual IDF, all right? You don't know what IDF is, go look up IDF, all right? Israeli Defense Forces, okay? Blackwater troops here, actually taking people down, man, all right? Actually in the hoods, all right? The projects, the boroughs, all right? With night vision on, okay? Using lethal force, man, all right? But these things are coming back into play, whether you like it or not, man, all right? The Lord's judgment is ultimately getting ready to ring forth, man, all right? Judgment is around the corner, man, you know? And with these guys putting in these different bills like this, you know, it shows you that, you know, we at the door, man, you know? But I'll let the rest of this video play out real quick.
To use lethal force to kill Americans on U.S. soil who protest government policies.
What are they expecting?
5250.01, sounds right?
Is that what it is?
Sorry.
Did I tell you what it is? I'm sorry. 5240.01. DOD directive. This is from RFK Jr. Posted this on Twitter, and I'm finding out about it because people are blowing me up about it. That's fucking terrifying. That is a terrifying thing to push through for the first time in U.S. history, giving the military the ability to shoot and kill American citizens.
That's crazy, too. It's interesting.
All right, it says giving the military, you know, and these guys, you know how to read bills, man. It's clear as day that they're giving the military, all right, because why would they even have to, like I said earlier, why would they even have to write a bill, all right, if it was just regular police? No, man, police have the ability to they have the equipment, all right? They have different divisions that are set up for this, all right? You have a riot unit, all right? You got SWAT, you got gang units, man. You have different units that are set up for this, you know? So why would they have to write a bill for the police to control civilians, man? No, man, it's talking about the military, you see? And we've been telling you that they're getting ready to do that.
Interesting, because, you know, with the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act and stuff like that, it's almost like they kind of, in a weird way, just make it legal what they're already doing.
What is that, the Smith Modernization Act?
The Smith-Mundt Modernization Act that Obama pushed through, which basically made it so it was legal for the U.S. government to use propaganda against its citizens, which they were already doing in different ways through CIA and all that stuff. So it sounds like we can legally do it. You can't sue us now.
How crazy is it that it's legal to lie?
How crazy is that?
For the government.
Yeah, but you know, that was the point, man. All right. Let's get the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 15. Verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." All right, it's gonna be total chaos in the streets of America, man. All right, these cities, all right, these suburbs, all right, it's going to be total chaos, all right? The sword is symbolic for what? The modern day gun, man, all right? And through the use of that, people will have the ability, ultimately, to do as they please, all right? Defend themselves, okay, as they say, all right? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes," all right? Your mayors, your politicians, okay, your senators, okay, your governors. People are not going to have a care as for who's the one ruling that day, okay? It's going to be a all-out pandemonium, okay? Which pan meaning all right? Demonium go into being demonic, man. You know, it's going to be an all demonic time, you see? It says, "And the course of their action shall stand in their power." So, you know, in that day, people are going to do as they please, man. All right. And this is the point. It says, "And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." okay? Why? Because of the sedition amongst men, the all-out chaos that's on the street, okay? These people are going to use these troops, all right, to set up roadblocks, all right, to lock cities down, man, okay? The marshal, there's an actual bill, I forget the particular name, you know, but the president can invoke this at any given time, you know? This is the times that we're on the brink of, man, all right? And it can happen at any given moment, man, you know? It can happen at any given moment, all right? Now it says, for because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see? It's going to be food shortages, man. All right? It's going to be events that lead to this, all right? Civil unrest, all right? And we've been saying time and time again, all right? A time of Jacob trouble, okay? A time like never before. You see? Something that the planet Earth has never witnessed, man. You know? But I believe that was pretty much it. You know, I ain't intend for this to be too long, but, you know, Lord willing, you know, is edifying. Hey, man, do some, you know, go and dive into some research on these different bills and things that, you know, Esau Edom has passed and can put into play at any given moment of time to bring forward this NWO, man. You know, TikTok and Instagram it, man. There's a lot of avenues for information out, you know. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, glory, infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rikakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings inside.